Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday, and good to see you. I haven't been on live for a couple of days, so it's good to be back. And I'm gonna tell you, it is hot and sweaty in here. So we're hightailing it out of the house pretty soon. It's gonna be, I think, in the 90s for a few days around here, and I don't mind that, but it's the humidity that gets to be pretty like gross and nasty. So I can see already. I'm just sitting here like starting to sweat as it is. So I'm gonna do get through this makeup part as quick as I can. Just gonna do a light coverage today, which means concealer and BB cream, because I'm not gonna put the whole big thing on when I know I'm just gonna end up sweating and just being yucky. So I'm gonna dot some of this on. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Facebook. This is BB cream, you guys, my BB cream. Facebook, and how to get your posts seen by people in their newsfeed. Because as any of you who have been on Facebook may know, if you're doing, hey Lexi, good morning, hon. Anyone who does marketing knows that, or any kind of like maybe home business or Facebook marketing and networking knows that Facebook has something called an algorithm. So it's basically like a formula that they program into Facebook. The powers that be at the book. So they program these in, and they're trying to really help you. And some people get frustrated with these algorithms because it really determines what you see in your newsfeed, and some people get kind of pissed off at it, but really, they're trying to help you. What they're trying to do is really put in your newsfeed what matters to you and figure things out. Figure out what you find important, and then make sure you're seeing those as the top priorities in your newsfeed. Good morning, Lexi. Gorgeous girl, my wise sister. And they do this by really keeping track. And some people will say, oh my gosh, did you see those ads on the side? How did they know that I looked at this product and now it's showing up in an ad? Or and so it's because they're tracking your movements. They're seeing what you're looking at and clicking on, and that means you're interested in it. So the same thing with posts. When you're going through your newsfeed, are you clicking on posts from certain people? And what kind of relationship do they have with you? Are they somebody that has a lot of mutual friends? Are they somebody who's tagged as a family member, that you've kind of tagged them as one of your family or a good friend? Are they posting a lot of pictures? Do you usually click on things with pictures? Or do you click on things with videos? They will keep track of all of this. So, and they'll put it into that algorithm, so when you see it, they'll show you more of that when you log on. So it's pretty interesting, actually, and it's them trying to really give you value and figure out what you find valuable. So when you're posting and you're hoping to get your, hey Lisa, good morning, hon, looking to get your things seen. Good morning, Karen, how are you? Looking to get your post seen by your friends or your, people that you've spoken with and interacted with, and get it seen on a wider basis, or you get more reach. You want to get your post what's called ranked. So I'm going to give you this little formula. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can read this. Rank. This is rank. Some people call it edge rank. I think it's rank equals affinity times weight times time. And I've also heard people call this decay, the word time. So I'll go into more of that really soon. So I've heard someone else that did a live stream on this subject, I believe her name is Michelle, and she was saying that she found out some statistics. Hey Virginia, good morning. Found out some stats that when people log on to Facebook, they're logging on an average of about 6 times a day. And when they're on, is it backwards? Oh, I don't know how to resolve that. This is backwards to you guys? Hello. No, just kidding. Interesting, because I can't write backwards, so I don't know how I would resolve that one. So I'll say it again. It's and I'll type it in the comments afterwards. Rank equals affinity times weight times time, or decay. I've heard it's called decay as well. So so when people log on, people are on Facebook about an average of 6 times a day. When they're on those 6 times, they look at an average of 50 posts. So on average, people are looking at about 300 posts a day. My camera's turned around. Huh, okay. I'll have to work on that. Thanks girls. I'll have to think of that next time. So if everyone is coming on and looking at 300 posts a day, if you have 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 friends, that's a lot of competition. Okay, that's a lot of posts going around. So Facebook uses these algorithms to show you what they think you value most and kind of weed through all the other stuff. Uh-oh, my connection's going weak. Sorry, people. Let's see. Maybe I need to open the door back there. My door closed. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold on, guys. All right. Does that help? The Wi-Fi. Sometimes when I close the doors, the Wi-Fi just goes yucky. Can you guys still see me? Lexi or Virginia, can you guys still hear and see? Let me know in the comments if you can still hear and see. So that's a lot of competition. Facebook wants to show you what you want to see. So you want your post to be seen. You have to understand this formula that I gave you. So if rank is affinity, let's go over affinity first. So affinity is basically the relationship that you have to your friends on Facebook. There we go. Hopefully that, okay, thanks Lexi. The affinity is the relationship you have. So they look at different things like mutual friends, whether or not you've tagged them as a family member, whether or not, I mean, let's put it this way. When you have a friend on Facebook, when you're connected with someone on Facebook, you can be connected in a few different ways. One is you can be a friend and you can follow them. So if you've noticed, there's follow buttons on people's profiles. If you're not, you can either choose to follow them or you can be a friend with them and then you're automatically following them. Once you become friends, you're following. So there's a little bit more weight there. If you're friends and following, tells Facebook that you have some sort of a relationship where you're looking to see, you're okay with seeing each other's posts. If you're just following, then that says that, okay, you're kind of an acquaintance, almost like an acquaintance. Hey, Sarah, good morning. You're like an acquaintance. You're not friends, but you're kind of interested in each other's stuff. You're okay with it. And then there's just, you know, a friend that's not following. So this can be, in the algorithm, you know, your profile is affected by your activity and other people's activities. So if somebody is a friend with you, but they're not following you, that means that they've opted out, deliberately opted out of seeing your posts. So that's kind of a ding against you. So that's something you want to be aware of as well. So that means that you know, you're not posting something of value to that person. And you can't help it. I mean, you can't control what other people are going to do or how they feel. But just so you're aware, you know, that tells Facebook to kind of keep an eye on you. So you want to make sure that you're building that relationship with people so they're friends with you and they're following you and they're okay with seeing your posts, right? I mean, so that's kind of how we want to connect with people. So that affinity is built by reciprocation. So if you're connecting back and forth with somebody on a regular basis, that tells Facebook you're good friends, like you're close friends. You're not just kind of acquaintances or once in a while friends. So you want to make sure that you're engaging on people's posts, on people's news feed. So for example, if somebody likes one of your posts, so if you just go through and just like, sometimes we're maybe in a rush and we go through and just do that real quick. That's okay, but if you're looking to have that engagement and build your rank when you post in general, build that affinity, build that relationship. And that's what, those of us in the home business, that's what we do. We build relationships. That's the foundation of our business. So not only for in person, this goes for Facebook. Facebook allows a certain amount of who you can follow. I don't know. That's interesting. I've seen up to like 5,000 people following somebody else. So I'm not sure what the limit is for who can how many we can follow. I know that's tough on Instagram. I'll have to look. Hey, Anne-Marie, good morning. I'll have to look that up. So if somebody likes your post, go over and check them out. Make sure that you're liking and maybe putting a comment. Good morning, Anne-Marie. Commenting on their posts, on their stuff, and not just, something like, hey, cool pic. Maybe try and really get that engagement set up. Because usually when somebody likes your stuff or somebody comments on one of your posts, that encourages the back and forth relationship. So to build your affinity, that means, go on over, make the effort, and look at their newsfeed or look at their post or their wall and start relating, start commenting on them as well. Good morning, Judy. How are you? So, because like I said, if after a while they're engaging with you and they're not receiving any engagement back, they might choose to unfollow you. They could choose to unfollow your posts. And then again, Facebook is going to go, that's going to make your posts have less weight in their news feed. So if you want to stay current with other people, that's what you have to do, is really build that relationship. Oh, and did you know this? I have a little tip. Did you know that you can categorize your friends? So there is a place in Facebook where you can build like a sub list of your friends. So I'm gonna put this out there. Sometimes people who are in the home business industry, right? Some people get, I don't know, frustrated when people are posting business posts. You know what I'm saying? Like, some don't want to see that. They maybe are friends of yours outside of that. Or you have a whole bunch of home business friends that are connected with you that love that kind of thing. You can create a subgroup and put certain people in it and call it, like, I don't know, business, home business, whatever it is, networking. And then when you make a post, you can set it to only post to that group of people, to show up in their news feeds. So that's just a little tip of one way that you can avoid the unfollow if you have friends who really are concerned about receiving certain posts, or you only want to make sure that, if you're posting about the latest thing in your business, and you can target certain people in your news feed, and it just makes it a little bit less risky, I guess. Good morning, Rhonda. Oh, double post, unlimited for who can follow you, but not so much the other way. Oh, okay, that's good to know. I'll have to check that out. That's okay. Double post away, girlfriend. Right, and I didn't know this either, Amory. It's kind of interesting. So, or if you just want to post to all of the people in your company that you're friends with, I don't know, whatever it is, or post something to your family, you're having a family reunion, you can just choose to do that. So that's pretty cool stuff. And that makes sure that you're sending relevant content to those who want to hear it. That increases your affinity. So let's talk about weight for a second. So weight, so that was affinity, is that relationship that you have, that back and forth. And I believe the lower they are on your friends list means the people you've engaged with the least. So it might help to go and print out your friends list every once in a while. If you're trying to connect with more people and reach out, here's a couple of tips for that, because that can really boost your rank as well, and it can also just rekindle some relationships that you might have forgotten about, which is always cool. So you can print out your friends list. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's an option to print, and it could be like 200 pages, you guys, so be careful of that. Make sure you have the ink and all of that in the paper. You can print it out, and it will print them all in order from the most engagement at the top, the people you have the most engagement with, to the bottom that you have the least engagement with. So you can go through and look through it and say, who haven't I connected with for a while? And you can begin that conversation. That's one cool tip. Another cool tip is to make sure you're doing those memories. And I'm trying to remember what it's called. The thing where it says, you posted something a year ago today. And why am I losing? Somebody help me out. Who knows what this is and how to get to it? Gosh, I forget what it's called. Where you can see the post that you made a year ago. It'll say that you posted about, or even 2 years ago. Go ahead and get those feeds coming in. There's a way to do it, and I'll have to post the link, and I forgot. I think it's facebook.com/ and that's where I'm for memory. Is it / memories? I'll have to figure that. Time hop. Okay, there's that. And Time hop. I thought that Facebook had their own. I thought Time Hop was a separate app, but there was also, Facebook had their own thing. Like, you've been friends, the anniversaries, you've been friends with so-and-so for 7 years. So there's a way to get that to come up. And when you do that, what a great way to figure out who you've been friends with on Facebook for how many years, and maybe you haven't spoken to them, you haven't connected with them in so long. So definitely get on that and check it out. That's a way to reconnect as well, besides printing out the whole list and just looking. Remember that, because a lot of times what people will do is they'll connect with you on your birthday, right? They'll get the little notification that it's your birthday, and it'll be like, happy birthday, and that's cool. And while that's, okay, mine pops up automatically. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a certain URL to connect to this, because I don't get those yet, and I need to do that. So there's a great way to maybe connect other than someone's birthday, which of course you want to wish people a happy birthday, but if you haven't spoken with them in years, might be cool to just see what's going on with people before their birthday comes up. So that's just a little, that builds that reciprocation. So your posts, the weight of your post is how much engagement you're getting, basically. So when you post something and somebody makes a comment on it, then it increases the weight. First of all, it increases the weight when people comment. So you'll see sometimes people post stuff like, do you like, I think I did once, do you like iPhone or Android? Right? And people, boom, 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 people start commenting. Or who remembers the Brady Bunch, and put a picture of the Brady Bunch? That's a strategy to increase the weight, because it gets people to comment, and it gets a lot of comments. Some people will bring in hundreds and hundreds of comments. And so every time, now when people start commenting and liking, first of all, to like your own post does not increase the weight. So I'm just saying that. It doesn't do anything. But when people start liking and commenting on your posts, that increases the weight. And good morning, Mary. How are you? Turning on notifications for the memories. I'll check into that. But I also know there's some sort of URL you can go to turn that on as well. But so when people start commenting and liking, that increases your weight. Now, you can increase it even more by going back and replying to those comments. So if you just go through and like each comment, that's really not going to do a whole heck of a lot. It'll do a little bit, but it's not. What really matters is the comments that you do back. And not only that, but if you can also tag that person in the comment, and so it doesn't tag them in a post, it doesn't put it on their wall, it just acknowledges them and gives them a notification that you replied to their comments. So you can either do the @ symbol and their name, or their name, just type in their name, it'll pop up and you can tag. That will increase the weight of that post. Now, I'm not saying that you want to be sitting there staring at your post, waiting for people to comment. You know, I mean, we gotta have a life, right? I mean, this is not about, you know, really putting that pressure to see who comments back and that kind of stuff. This is not a popularity contest. But yes, it does increase. If you're trying to reach more people on Facebook and get them to see what you're up to and what you're doing, these are the ways to do it. And this is what increases the priority of your posts in their newsfeed and gets you seen. So comment back, and that builds that affinity, and it also builds that weight. So it all works together. Now the decay and the time. So that being said, we don't want to be sitting on top of it just waiting for people to comment on our stuff. We also do not want to let it go too long without having any activity, because then Facebook will say this is not a relevant post, and it will just put it back in the priority list. So I think it's 90 minutes when it starts to decay, or the time starts to matter. So if it's sitting for 90 minutes, Facebook's going to really just kind of start to put that at the back of the bus there. So you might want to make sure that you're really engaging with people, you know, somewhat, doesn't have to be immediate, but somewhat, you know, somewhat quickly, within an hour and a half of their comment to you. And by the way, since you're engaging on that, continue that relationship. Go back and onto their new, because when you start engaging with them and tagging them, that means you're going to see their posts in your newsfeed a little more. So start engaging on their posts as well. And again, this is not spammy and a scummy, cheesy, I'm just talking to you to increase my own, you know, not for my own gain, not by any stretch. This is about building relationships and truly, genuinely be interested in your Facebook friends and in other people. I mean, honestly. So I'm giving you tips on how Facebook sees you on Facebook, but this is not about trying to just build fake, false relationships with people. I just want to make that 1,000% clear. So that's what we're trying to do, is boost your post to the top of people's news feeds. So I want to see if I'm missing anything else. Oh, and you want to make sure that your content is pretty relevant, and because other people can mark it as spam as well. So going back to that sort of affinity, if you're spamming about your business all the time, you're spamming links, or, you know, or tagging people in posts. That's another thing. If you tag people in posts and it goes on their wall, and this is in the original post, so you have to be really super duper mindful about using that feature, because what might happen is if you frustrate someone, they can go ahead and either unfollow you or mark you as spam, and that's going to hurt your account in Facebook, the way they view your account. Now you're somebody who has to be watched. Now you're somebody who might be posting spammy or not appropriate or irrelevant content, and that can get you into sort of a probation, a secret, double secret probation. So you're being watched. And if you have too much double secret probation, all of a sudden you'll find yourself landed in Facebook jail, which means you cannot, sometimes they'll do that if you post in too many groups. Sometimes they'll do that if you have put too many friend requests in, Or they'll say, why? And if you don't have a lot of mutual friends, they don't see that affinity, they don't see that relationship. They'll say, why are you friend requesting so many people? And they'll just take away that feature from you. So that's what you want to be aware of, is behind the scenes, you know, a little case can be built against you, and then, you know, one friend request, it seems, will just land you in jail. And that can be 2 weeks to a month. So just be really careful when you're networking and you're reaching out about how you're doing it. It's like in person. And you would find it weird if somebody just came up to you and put their arms around you like, hey, best buddy, what are you doing? And they didn't have any mutual friends. They never came up to you before. They didn't introduce themselves. If you're going to send a friend request to somebody that you don't have mutual friends with and don't know, send them a private message at least. Send them a message and say hello and say, here's the connection. Here's what's up. I saw this and I thought I wanted to connect with you. Find that common ground. Let them know why. It's just common courtesy, and it's very strange. Or tagging somebody, like tagging me too much irritates me, especially the ones that appear on the timeline. I think it's a common courtesy sometimes. Unless you know that it's going to be funny. Like I just tagged a whole bunch of my mom friends in that Chardonnay Go video. It was really funny. Or I'll tag my cousin with pictures of my kids because I know that, you know, she laughs with me about it. But normally, especially business related, unless you're edifying somebody and giving them credit, say they rank advanced and you want to congratulate one of your team members, absolutely, you know, tag them up. Or just ask beforehand, is it okay if I tag you in this post? I've done that too, where I knew people were kind of a little on the shyer side. I said, do you mind if I tag and make it public because you had this accomplishment? Ask. That's it. You know, just again, like you're in person. Facebook is a party. Facebook is just like being in person. So just behave in the same way normally. Just don't be weird. And I think we all know this. We're all humans. We all know what's up. So here I go forgetting my makeup again. I love marketing. What can I say? I get all fired up. So that's about it from getting posts seen on Facebook. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah, never a bad time for a laugh. Oh my gosh. I mean, you have to laugh, right? And this is just, you have to do it. Just gonna put on a little bit of blusher. Little bit of blush. Yep. So, anybody do anything good today? I think we're going to have to go to the beach because it's so darn humid out. So it's time to go to the shore. What are you guys up to today? Anyone doing some good stuff? I'm going to put bronzer on my eyes today. I don't want to do like a heavy shadow, so I'm just going to do the bronzer. I love this look. I mean, you guys know, this is my absolute favorite. And I think it's so nice. And just so simple. Look, and it just gives a little color, little bronze, and it's so gorgeous. Love it. So I'm going to give you that formula again that I said. Edge rank on Facebook equals affinity. Hey Jen, good morning. Affinity times weight times time or decay. So this is just regular mascara, you guys, today. I'm not going to do my fiber lash. If I'm going out and it's going to be hot and sweaty, then sometimes I might just put this on and wear it. No big deal, you know. Or I'll put this on sometimes as a prep before I do the gel and do the fiber. Sometimes I might prep my lashes with this stuff. But good morning. But it does not give me that same volume as the fiber. Oh my goodness, not even close. But if we're going to the beach, I'm good with it. So then getting candles made, Reiki client at 2. Ooh, Reiki. How did I not know that you did Reiki? Exciting times, decluttering the home. Oh my gosh, decluttering the home. Well, God bless, and I'm so happy for you because, you know, that just makes such a difference in our lives. I think I did another video about this before, about leadership and decluttering and getting the physical space cleared that invites room for what's coming to you. And it works. It works. We have to do that with our garage. I'm going to use the color Sleek today for a lip gloss. That wasn't a question, but I understood. I understood, Jen. Like, I knew it's no question. Don't you love that? This is a really deep color. I like this. You know what I just did? This is actually a lip stain. What am I thinking? This is my mom brain today. This is lip stain called Sleek, which is cool because that means it's an all-day color. This will stay on all day. See? Not on my hand. And they don't come off. They're smudge proof. And I'm also going to put gloss on top of it because I like to have fun and I like to be cray-cray. So I'm going to put Lovable on top. Almost a master in Reiki. That's so awesome. Reiki's amazing. I went once. I need to go again. And it was the weirdest experience. I saw colors. I'm not kidding. When she had her running her hands over my body, I saw like a rainbow of colors. It was so, it was a different experience than I've ever had. Just really peace and calm. And I saw just colors. So it was awesome. Yes, now this lighter gloss over that makes it a little less deep and intense, but also gives the light pink a little bit of a purple tone too. So it just creates a whole brand new color. So cool. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of under my eye, do a little liner with my pigment. Reiki level 2, Anne-Marie, that's awesome. Good for you guys. I love the light workers in this world. We need you. We need you. So I'm taking the pigment in the color Corrupted, which is kind of like a dark gray black. And see, I just did a little liner brush like this. Voila. Then it's just eyeliner. But it doesn't give me, sometimes I feel like eyeliner gives that harsh line that I don't particularly like on me. Sometimes looks great on others, but not so much for me. So that's what I like to do, just use either shadow or pigment under my eyes. And you can do it right on the lid too if you want. But that's it. You know, that's the simple look for today. So I hope the Facebook tips helped. I'm going to keep going on this as a bit of a series. So there's going to be like more of a part 2 on that coming up soon. But I want to let people know that tomorrow morning I'm doing a live webinar on building your list, and I'm going to do a demo on how to build a simple, basic, like no muss, no fuss capture page. So if you're marketing online, you're building a business online, you don't know what building a list is, and I'm not talking about in a notebook writing a list of your 100 family and friends. I'm talking about building a database of people that become your tribe that you communicate with on a regular basis. So if you are curious on how to do that and how you collect that information from them, this is called a capture page or a sales page, how you get their information, I will show you a demo of that. It's really cool. It's really simple. And it's a huge tool that you want to have no matter, because you don't know, you could be with your company for 20 years, or your company may only be around for 5 years, even though right now it seems like it's on fire. You want to make sure that you have that list so no matter where you end up, that you can take your tribe with you and you can communicate with them. So you want to build that affinity relationship with these people. This is a way to keep it in one central place that's in your control. It's not part of your company's database, it's yours. So this is part of branding you, building your business, keeping everything in your control. Oh, you want to join? Cool, love to have you. Softer eyeliner, wet the brush, dip it in eyeshadow, put it on the lid like a liquid eyeliner, but it's, good idea. I might have to do a video on that one day, although Virginia, I think you should be doing it. I mean, Virginia, Reiki master, makeup master. Come on. Where's your makeup tutorials? I want to see it. You'd be so good at it. You have such good tips. I will put the link to that webinar in the comments on this so you guys can see if you want to come on. It's going to be 11 o'clock Eastern tomorrow morning. If you miss it, I am going to do a recording. I'm going to record it so you can see it, and I will post the link in the recording afterwards. I'm also going to send the recording link out to my list, so rockyourbizwithjen.com. You can also put your name and email in and get it that way. Yay, thank you, Jen. It's going to be cool. It's really, and I'm going to show you how to keep it so easy, because that is the name of the game for me. Any of you guys who are building a home business with limited time, or with other things going on, you get a full-time job, you got kids, you're taking care of somebody, a family member, and you have like a time crunch, so you need to do this automated. And by automated, I don't mean done for you. I don't like that. Hey, I'm gonna build your business just in your sleep. It's automated and it's done for you and blah. Like, no, you gotta know how it works. You gotta set it up. You gotta do the work and build the relationships. But I'm gonna show you how to do it in the easiest way possible and on a budget. Okay, so that's my goal. And woohoo! Little camera shy, but I'm working on that. Okay, good, because I think once you do it once, it'll be like, whoo, there's Virginia. I think you're just gonna rock it because you're cool, because you got great energy. So that's it. All right, well, I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday, and for those of you in New England, keep cool out of that humidity. We're getting out of here, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. Have a great day.